Yes children, now it's our exercise time. So we do the exercise in the workbook of lesson 19, Pottery and Textiles. Few exercises are given there. So let us come to the first exercise. The first exercise is tick the correct answer. Okay, we have 3 questions here. Each question have 4 options. Each question has 4 options. Option A, option B, option C, option D. Read the question carefully. Check the options. Which option is the correct answer? The square box is given to each option. To the correct option, you have to give a tick. First one. In pottery, pots are made of. Option A, clay. Option B, sand. Option C, mud. Option D, stone. So, clay pots are made of. In pottery, pots are made of. Yes, tell the answer children. Pots are made of clay. Option A is the correct answer. So you can give the tick in the square box here. Now second one. This state is famous for ikat design. Ikat design. Where it is famous? Which state it is famous? Option A, Assam. Option B, Odisha. Option C, Punjab. Option D, Bihar. So which state is famous for ikat design? A popular method to design cloth. Ikat design. It is famous in? Yes. Option B, Odisha, isn't it? O-D-I-S-H-A. Odisha. So give a tick here in the square box. Third one, the last one. It is used by people to burn and smoke tobacco. Yes, we learned in uses of clay that in villages they use this water pipe or this thing to smoke tobacco. So what is the name? What is the name of that clay pot with water pipe they use for smoking? Option A, surahi. Option B, kulhad. Option C, hookah. Option D, none of this. Yes, it is hookah, isn't it? Option C. It is the thing that they use for smoking tobacco. Yes, it is made from clay pot. Yes, it is made from clay. Yes. So first one, in pottery, pots are made of clay. Option A is the correct answer. Second, this state is famous for ikat design. Answer option B, Odisha. Third one, it is used by people to burn and smoke tobacco. People use this thing to smoke tobacco. It is hookah. Okay. Yes children, so the next exercise in the workbook is exercise 2. Tick the true and cross the false statements. So given are few statements. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 statements are given. Read the statement and check whether the statement is right or wrong, true or false. If the statement is true, if it is correct, give a tick in the square box. If it is wrong or if it is false, give a cross mark in the square box. Okay. So first one. We use earthen pots to store water in winter. Is it true statement children? Do we use earthen pots to store water in winter? We use earthen pots to store water, but not in winter, in summer. So the given statement is wrong. It is false statement. So put a cross. Yes. Now you can put a cross in the square box. Now coming to the second one. A textile is a material that is woven from yarn. Yes. A textile is a material that made up of artificial fiber or natural fiber and that is woven from yarn. Yes, it is a true statement. So we can give a tick mark in the square box. Tick. Third one, tie and dye is a specialty of Assam. Is tie and dye a specialty of Assam? It is a specialty of Rajasthan, isn't it? Yes, Bandhani design we get from this method. So tie and dye is a specialty of Rajasthan, not Assam. So the given statement is wrong. So you can give a cross in the square box. Now the last one, the fourth one. Embroidery is done by using needle and thread. how the people do embroidery work? Yes, using colorful threads and needles, isn't it? Yes, so embroidery is done by using needle and thread is a correct statement. It is true. So you can give a tick mark in the square box. Yes. So the first one, we use earthen pots to store water in winter is a wrong statement. It is false, so cross. A textile is a material that is woven from yarn. It is true, so give a tick mark. Third one, tie and dye is a specialty of Assam. It is wrong statement. It is false. So give a cross mark in the square box. And the last one, the fourth one, embroidery is done by using needle and thread. Yes, it is true. So give a tick mark in the square box. Okay, children? Children, so our next exercise in the workbook is exercise 3. Fill in the blanks with the words given in the box. So you can see a box here. In the box there are few words given. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 words are given. You have to fill these blanks using these 4 words from the box. Okay. Knitting, K-N-I-T-T-I-N-G, knitting. Glazing, G-L-A-Z-I-N-G, glazing. Purposes, P-U-R-P-O-S-C-S, purposes. Dyeing, D-Y-E-I-N-G, dyeing. Okay. Yes. So first one, dash is done to smoothen the pottery. Yes. After the when the potter makes the pot, he dry it in the sun or in the fire. He will place it to make it hard. Then he give designs and also to smoothen it, he do something. What is that? To smoothen the pottery, dash is done. What is done to smoothen the pottery? Yes, it is glazing. Glazing is the correct answer. Glazing is done to smoothen the pottery. So glazing, G-L-A-Z-I-N-G, glazing. Glazing is done to smoothen the pottery. Second, dash is done on knitting machines. Yes, dash is done on knitting machines. What is the answer? We do knitting using knitting machines, isn't it? Yes, so knitting is the answer. Knitting is done on knitting machines. Knitting. So K-N-I-T-T-I-N-G, knitting. Knitting is done on knitting machines. Then third one, pottery is used for various. Now 2 words left. Purposes, dyeing. So pottery is used for various purposes. Yes, purposes, P-U-R-P-O-S-C-S, purposes. Pottery is used for various purposes. We have many uses for clay pots, isn't it? Pottery is used for various purposes. Pottery is used to make different kinds of clay pots. Then fourth one, dash is the adding of color to the textile products. Yes, adding of color to the textile products is dyeing. Yes, dyeing, D-Y-E-I-N-G, dyeing. Dyeing is the adding of color to the textile products. So first one, glazing is done to smoothen the pottery. Second, knitting is done on knitting machines. Pottery is used for various purposes. Then last one, dyeing is the adding of color to the textile products. Okay. Children, so next exercise in the workbook is exercise 4. Match the following. Okay. Yes. Column A, column B. Column A, there are few words given 1, 2, 3, 4. Ikat, Fulkari, Kanta, Gatam. And column B also we have few words A, B, C, D. West Bengal, a musical instrument, Punjab, Odisha. Okay. Now you have to match column A to column B. Yes, the first one, Ikat. Ikat is a popular design of making clothes, and it is famous where Ikat is famous in of which state? Yes, Odisha, isn't it? So Ikat to Odisha you have to match. 1 to D. Then second, Fulkari. Fulkari is famous embroidery work. In which state? Yes, Fulkari is famous in Punjab. So you can match to Punjab. Fulkari to Punjab. Fulkari is famous in which place? It is famous in Punjab. So you can match Fulkari to Punjab. Kanta. It is famous in, it is another embroidery work. Famous in West Bengal. Yes. So you can match Kanta, the third one, to A. West Bengal. Ghatam, the fourth one. It is, what is that? Yes, it is a musical instrument made of clay pot, isn't it? Yes. So with a narrow mouth, people beat it. It's a circular shaped pot. It's a musical instrument, Ghatam. So you can match 4 to B. So Ikat to Odisha. Ikat is a popular designing of cloth famous in Odisha. Fulkari is famous in Punjab. It is embroidery work. Kanta also is embroidery work famous in West Bengal. And Ghatam is a musical instrument. So 1 matches with D, 2 matches with C, 3 matches with A, and 4 matches with B. Children, so our next exercise in the workbook is exercise 5. Answer the following questions. Yes. So the first question, can you read the first question here, children? Yes, what is the first question here? First one, what is pottery? Yes, what is pottery? Objects made out of wet clay are called pottery. Yes, we make some objects out of wet clay. So these wet clay items are called by pottery, and pottery includes pots, diyas, bowls, dishes, etc. Pots, diya, bowls, dishes, etc. We make this diya, pots, bowls, dishes from wet clay, using clay. Yes, so what is pottery? Answer, objects made out of wet clay are called pottery. Pottery includes pots, diya, bowls, dishes, etc. Now read out the second question. Yes, second one is, what are textiles? We learned about textiles, isn't it? A textile is what? It's a material that made up of artificial fibers and that is woven into yarns. From the yarn, then we make clothes. We print it, we make embroidery on it, we make design on it, isn't it? Yes, so a textile is a material that is woven from yarn. Textiles are woven, printed and embroidered with different designs. Embroidered, so embroidered, embroidered with different designs. So what is pottery? Objects made out of wet clay are called pottery. Pottery includes pots, diya, bowls, dishes, etc. Second, what are textiles? A textile is a material that is woven from yarn. Woven, W-O-V-E-N, woven from yarn. It is made out into yarn. Then textiles are woven, printed and embroidered with different designs. Okay. Yes, children. So the next question is question number 3. Explain the tie and dye technique. Yes. So you learned about the different popular designs, method of popular design to give to the clothes. How we give popular designs to the clothes using different methods. So one method is tie and dye. So it is popular in Rajasthan, isn't it? Yes. So you have to explain about this technique, how they do this tie and dye technique. How they do this? First they tie up a particular area of cloth. They tie up tightly so that dye does not reach that part. The rest of the cloth is dyed. Then they open this tied up part. This is a tied up cloth open to get different designs. That is, this is the thing method, or this is a technique they use for doing or for getting different designs on cloth called bandhani. Different designs called bandhani on cloth. Yes. So explain the tie and dye technique. Tie and dye is done by tying up some areas of cloth very tightly so that the dye does not reach them. The rest of the cloth is dyed. Then the tied up area is then opened to get patterns. Now next question, name the different ways to make patterns on fabric. So there are different ways to make patterns on clothes or fabrics. We learned about different methods or different techniques. Which are they? Dyeing, D-Y-E-I-N-G, adding color to the fabric. Tie and dye, the technique just now I explained. Now block printing. Wooden blocks are dipped in paints and pressed onto the clothes to get this block printing. Then kalamkari, as the name indicates, kalam means pen. Use a special pen. They do some designs, painting designs. They paint and design the cloth. Embroidery. Embroidery is done using thread and needle. Colorful threads they use for embroidery. Then ikat. Ikat is famous in Odisha, isn't it? Yes. Ikat also they do designs. Designs. Then batik. Batik also they draw or a piece of cloth, they draw some design and wax they spread, then allow it to cool. Before dipping it in the color, wax gets broken, so many colors are used in this method, batik. So these are the different ways to make patterns on fabric. So explain the tie and dye technique. Tie and dye is done by tying up some areas of clothes very tightly so that the dye does not reach them. The rest of the cloth is dyed. The tied up area is then opened to get patterns. Next question, fourth question, name the different ways to make patterns on fabric. Dyeing, tie and dye, block printing, kalamkari, embroidery, ikat and batik are some other different ways to make patterns on fabric. Yes children, so our last question in the session answer the following is fifth one. Give any 3 uses of clay pots. Yes, we learned the uses of clay pots, isn't it? Yes. So what are the uses of clay pots, children? In summer, people use these pots to store water. They get cool water from that. Then some plants they grow in clay pots. Then some dishes they prepare like kheer and all to give because it gives a special taste when we cook in that. Milk boils in this clay pots. So there are different uses for clay pots, isn't it? Let's see. Answer. Milk is boiled in clay pots, comma. Curd is prepared in earthen pots. Curd is set in earthen pots. Plants are grown in clay pots. Yes. And many dishes like kheer and kulfi. Yes, kheer and kulfi special dishes are cooked in earthen pots to give them a particular taste. Yes. So these are the uses of clay pots. So what are the uses of clay pots? Give any 3 uses of clay pots they said. So you can write any 3. Answer. Milk is boiled in clay pots. Curd is prepared in earthen pots. Plants are grown in clay pots. And many dishes like kheer and kulfi are cooked in earthen pots to give them a particular taste. Okay children? So children, now it's the time to do hot question. Okay, so let's see what is there in the hot question. Here, the questions which they ask, you have to think and answer, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so let's read the question. Why are clay pots no longer used in today's life? In today's modern life, have you seen anywhere, any people, anyone using clay pots for cooking or in kitchen? Have you seen? No, isn't it? Most of the people, maximum people, they never use this clay pots for cooking nowadays. What's the reason? Let's see. In this fast moving world, people do not have much time for cooking, isn't it? Now, the time is moving so fast. People are so busy. They don't have time for cooking itself. Everyone need instant cooking, instant things to eat. So no time for cooking nowadays. Both the wife and husband at home, they all are working. They are full busy with the work, outside work, their office work. Then coming to home and cooking, it is very difficult. So they all are busy nowadays. So no cooking. For cooking, people do not have much time. And they tend to use utensils which decrease the time of cooking. Now they are using the utensils or the vessels that decrease the time of cooking. Cooking in clay pots is slow. See, cooking in clay pots is very slow as clay resists heat. Means it opposes heat, we say. Because if we cook in a clay pot, what happens, it takes much time. It takes time to boil. Suppose boiling milk, it's not that easy. It will take time. And washing is not easy. Cooking also not that easy. It takes time. It is very slow when we cook in clay pot. And also it is not, washing also it is not that easy as they break easily. There is a chance of breaking it. So we should wash the pots or wash the clay items or clay cooking dishes and all very carefully. So in this fast moving world, people do not have much time for cooking, and they tend to use utensils which decrease the time of cooking. So they want everything in less time. So if they use clay dishes and bowls, it will take much time for them. Cooking in clay pots is slow as clay resists heat, and washing is not easy as they break easily. But actually, if we cook in clay pots, it has much benefits to our body. Clay dishes, clay pots contains many nutrients which our body requires, like calcium, magnesium, phosphorus and all. It's very good. It is safe. It is good and safe. It is very good if we cook in clay pots because of many benefits. But because of this fast moving world, no one has time to cook in this clay dishes as it takes much time. Okay. Yes, children, so coming to the value-based questions. Why do we keep water in mud clay pots in summer? Yes, people used to store water in clay pots in summer days so that they can drink cool water from clay pots. Yes, isn't it? So why do we keep water in mud clay pots in summer? Clay pots will not just give you cool water. Okay, first thing is that it gives cool water to drink. Not only that, then what? But drinking from an earthen pot can boost metabolism. What do you mean by that? If you drink water from a earthen pot or mud clay pot, it increases our metabolism, or means it boosts up or it improves our metabolism. Metabolism means, we eat food to live. We eat food daily. So whatever food we are eating, inside our body, some chemical reactions take place in the cells. Cells makes up our body. So in the cells, some reactions take place and it converts the food we eat. It converts to energy. So we get energy from the food we eat. So how this food is converting to energy inside our body? Some reactions are taking place within the cells of the body. So that is metabolism, converting food to energy. So that processing, for that process, it boosts up. If we drink water from a clay pot, what happens? It increases our energy level. Okay, without dangerous chemicals. Yes, without any dangerous chemicals, it improve our body's metabolism, energy level. Because clay pots, as I said you, it contains much nutrients in it which are so beneficial to our body. So clay pots will not just give you cool water to drink, but drinking from an earthen pot can boost metabolism without dangerous chemicals. Okay, children? So what value you learned from this? It is good to drink. It is so benefit to our body if we drink water from a mud clay pots or earthen pot. It is good to drink water from a earthen pot. It is very good to our body. It improves our body metabolism. So try to drink water stored in clay pots in summer days. It is so good to your body, children. Okay? Yes. Now next is home assignment project. Take a lady finger, it's a vegetable lady's finger, and cut it into 2 equal parts and dip in different colors to make pattern on plain cloth. Stick the cloth below. So what you have to do, it's a very interesting activity. Okay? You can take a lady's finger. You can ask your mother, the vegetable lady's finger. Take it and ask your mother to cut and give. Then 2 equal parts. Two equal parts you should cut one lady's finger. Then what you have to do, you have to dip that part, one piece in the one color. Different color you should make. Colors. Yes, in some colors you make and you dip the lady's finger into that color, and on a plain cloth you just make pattern. You can, in lady's finger itself there is a pattern, so you get pattern of different colors. So in a plain cloth you can make this. A white cloth you can take or some other cloth you can take and do this pattern of lady's finger pattern using different colors on a plain cloth, and you stick that cloth in the space given below. That is the activity or the project given in your workbook, page number 62. Okay? Take a lady's finger, cut it into 2 pieces and make some colors. Into that color you have to dip this lady's finger. The painting colors you get, isn't it? With painting box colors you get, you dip the, you can add water also to the color, little water to make it a little liquid form. Otherwise it's too thick maybe. So then you can dip this lady's finger into that and you can make different patterns with different colors. If many colors are there, you will get pattern in different colors, and you can make this pattern on plain cloth. So beautiful to see that. So try to do this activity at home and stick here in the space. Okay, children? Yes. So now the exercise has completed, children. Workbook exercise of lesson 19 Pottery and Textiles has completed. So you have to go through all the exercises, learn the exercises well, because you have assignments and exams for each lesson. So read the lesson thoroughly, then read 2-3 times. Then you go through the exercise, learn the exercise and be prepared for exams. Okay, children?